that.
Oh, is that the one where he's on like the subway or something?
Mm-hmm. That's the one.
That's this letter.
Yeah.
Okay.
But real life.
Right.
Open it. We got to know what happens.
Yeah, I feel like we
we'll
need to
update you guys once we know what the letter says.
Yeah, it's got like the cure for cancer written on it. In
Seriously.
In shorthand. 1 cup of sugar.
one cup of sugar, 1 part, sodium bipentothal or something.
Yeah, it's actually quite simple. It's just those 2 ingredients.
Mixed thoroughly.
Mixed for 3 hours in a crock pot.
And centrifuge afterwards.
Yeah.
For good luck.
All right, so that's the end of those couple of news stories we got for now. Well, we're gonna get to the block. I decided to do Oreo Speedwagon.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So
I know we're doing sports at some point, right?
Yeah, we'll hit sports with sports update. I just went online and this was breaking news. I'm really excited about this. We've been talking about the CBA with the football, the NFL and whatnot the past couple weeks, and they just agreed to a 7-day extension.
That's fantastic for the NFL. That's good news for them.
Yeah, because I think it was today actually that
they extended it 24 hours.
Yeah,
yesterday. I saw that during the Flyers game.
It's through Friday, March 11th now, so they have a little more time on that. They've been going back and forth, so it looks like there will be football next year. That won't end up getting,
or at least the signs for it are good.
Yeah, and so now on to we're gonna switch modes and go to hockey here for a second.
Okay, well, last night the Flyers took on the Toronto Maple Leafs in Philly, a game that they wound up losing 3-2 and losing in the very end part of the third period. For a good portion of the game, it was, good, about half the game was 2-1 Flyers, and then it was, tied 2-2 until the end. Then a relative unknown player to me, at least, or to probably most hockey fans, a guy named Darryl Boyce scored a goal right out in front of Sergei Bobrovsky at the end of the third period and took over the lead, and the Flyers just never recovered, combined with the fact that they had 10 minor penalties, and Andres Mazaros took 3 of them himself in the first period, I believe. It was just not a good effort. I mean, Jeff Carter, Darryl Powell, Dan Carcillo, they were all out with the flu. They had to call up a player. It was one of those games that you don't want to lose, especially because now Toronto is almost close to getting into the playoffs, which hasn't happened in like 7 years. So, despite the fact that they lost last night, one good thing did come out of it. One, we saw some chemistry between Mike Richards and Christopher Stieg, the new Flyer. And he had the only 2 goals for the Flyers last night, so it was his 4th career 2-goal game. And he's usually a perennial 20-goal-a-year scorer, so that's pretty darn good for him. But it's good to see the captain playing well with somebody. It's good to see Bobrovsky make the saves that he's making, but he's still good for a soft goal at least once a game.
Yeah.
So, it's, at least good to see them playing well, but they really need to step it up before it comes time for playoffs, because now they're only 3 points ahead of the Boston Bruins for the conference lead.
Yeah, they have a pretty sick record, too, 40-17.
Yeah, I mean,
right now.
That's ridiculous. We haven't had a record like that for... I don't even remember the last time we were in contention for the President's Trophy. It must have been like 5 years ago, maybe.
Yeah,
right before the horrible season that we had.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the playoffs coming up with that and everything. Well,
I'm just trying to see who's going to get the 8th spot because... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, do you know how many games they have left?
Well, I could tell you in a second. It's probably somewhere around like 19 games, I think.
Okay.
As a matter of fact... Yeah, 19 games.
So what's it like? Probably like a month away then, playoffs.
Yeah, usually the last day of the season for the Flyers, at least, usually winds up being the second Sunday in April, which, unlike the past few years, they won't be playing the Rangers for once. Usually they would play at home and home with the Rangers. This year their last game is against the Islanders, so it's almost a guaranteed win, thank God. But yeah, it should end by then. The playoffs will probably start about a week or so after that.
Okay.
But it's a toss-up right now as to who's going to get the 8th spot. It keeps shifting in and out because, anywhere from 6th down to 10th place in the Eastern Conference, it's only a spread of about 4 points. I'm sorry, make that 7th to 10th. It's a spread of 4 points. Carolina's got 71. Toronto's got 67. So any of those 4 teams from Carolina, the Rangers, the Buffalo Sabres, and the Toronto Maple Leafs could be making the playoffs depending on how they play down the stretch.
Okay.
So, as far as games coming up, let's see, the Philadelphia Flyers will be playing the Buffalo Sabres. I believe it's at 1 o'clock on Saturday.
That should be a good. I love the Saturday games.
I love matinee games. They are great to watch. It's just, sit down, have something to eat, chill.
That's
watch
tomorrow?
The game. That's tomorrow
Okay.
at 1 o'clock on CSN Philly. And they are home, and it looks to be a good game after Buffalo Sabres acquired Brad Boyes from St. Louis at the trade deadline. So they picked up speed, and they're fighting to get in the playoffs. The Flyers got to fight the desperate teams to keep their lead on the Eastern Conference.
Flyers better watch out because a lot of them are out with the flu, I heard.
Yeah, it was Carter, Powell, and Carcillo last night, and Richards had it before, so unfortunately...
And they have a couple injuries, too.
Yeah, they had... Well, Oscars Bartolus is out at least until the playoffs begin, if not later than that, from that hit that Scotty Upshaw gave him, sent him right into the board, so he needed shoulder surgery. And it's...
I saw that. That was like it hurt bad.
I felt really bad for him, too. They had to go literally claim a defenseman, so they had one in the 7th defense position because of that hit that he took. But, yeah, they'll be all right. They acquired Nick Boynton around the trade deadline. They just, claimed him straight from Chicago, and he's good. He's a good defenseman. He's like 32. He's a veteran, and he'll do fine if we need him in that role. But we got a bunch of rookie defensemen who are also good, too, so we'll see how they pan out. That's about it for hockey.
Okay, well, real quick before we go into the break, as we're winding down here, I'll just read off some stuff happening, I guess, at the note over the next week. We got the Winter Bands Wars, the finals, with Dead Beats, Inc., Union Suns, Wake the Sleeper. That's tonight at 8, doors open at 7. And the winner will be selected based on the size of the crowd they draw. Fans will be polled at the door. The grand prize will be a $1,000 gift certificate to Westchester Music and the chance to open for a national act, which sounds cool. And then tomorrow, the Moxie with Scott Liss and the 66, Ruby the Hatchet, and Transit Shop, featuring Michael McDermott of the Bouncing Souls. That's tomorrow at 9. Doors open at 8. That's an 18 and over general admission. And then Sunday, the Lippman Benefit with Tom McEntry, the Walking Sticks, Billy Freeze, and Steve Smith, Tommy Stenson and Chip Roberts, E.B. Hawkins featuring Jordan, Billy Berger, and Gerald Smith and Lucky Brown, John Lilly Project, Rob Perna, and the New Kings of Rhythm, and Baru Review. And that's Sunday. That's a 21 and over event. All right, so we're gonna play another song now, and then we are gonna wrap it up. Real quick before I forget, I just remembered I actually meant to say it over the last break, but I forgot. I got that Facebook page for this show now. So if you like the show, go on and like the page. It's spelled the same way as, like, if you look, I guess, on the schedule thing on the WCUR.org. It's like Fundunctive.
Fundunctive.
Yeah, it's like FUNDUNCTIV. I think that's how I spell it. It's spelled kind of weird. That's something to look for. I guess if you like the show, do that. But we're just wrapping up now. And anybody got spring break plans?
Working. Oh, and getting the new Pokemon games when they come out.
That should be fun.
That's my week.
I am reading 3 novels and writing a paper.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
Reading 3 novels?
Reading in general.
How you gonna do that when we're in Clearwater?
I don't know. I got my iPad, so
Yeah.
just get them on there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad. I feel like it's easier to read things off there than, like, actually reading the books,
Yeah. Well, you know what? I wish I didn't have to read anything, but
It seems like more
what
fun.
class is it for?
well, I won't say what class. There's actually a couple classes, so
Are
Yeah.
they literary classes? Are they classes that you don't actually have to just
They're
read
actually
books?
math classes, which is, like, really weird.
really bizarre.
Are you serious? Because that would be funny if it was.
I don't know. I just think that spring break should be for relaxation, and
Yeah.
they shouldn't
Did
assign.
they, like, just assign you this stuff? Or like,
No, it's been assigned all semester, but I mean,
Oh, okay.
That's
well,
their-
we're
different.
doing stuff all semester too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's
obviously you're gonna have to read it over spring break.
I don't know. Some teachers always see, some teachers, say, well, here, have a great spring break. See you in about a week. Other teachers will go ahead and say, well, you got a week off. Here, I'll give you something to do to keep you busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know
those
what?
people deserve to not be teaching.
The way they rationalize it, too, is they think, like, oh, well, I put it on the syllabus in the beginning.
Yeah.
They should if they wanted to have their week off, then do
They
it
should have
early.
done it
The
beforehand.
point is to have the week off. I
Yeah,
feel.
really.
You know, like
Right.
they might not be getting a break. They might be grading papers, but we deserve a break.
Wait a minute. I have a bi-weekly journal to do for a class
Ugh.
that I have to write about what I learned the week. So, like, I'm off. What am I going to write about?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. Why don't you
Go
just,
to
like,
the
go on
mall.
a whole, like some philosophical thing, or go like observe society in action and write a skating review.
Yeah, this is based on my observations of people.
Society's in big trouble.
By
By
But yeah.
Anthony Angelina.
a lot of times too, they'll throw a bunch of stuff at you like the week before spring break, especially since like there'll be like sometimes like, you know, this semester we'll have snow days in the beginning and they'll be behind. They're all trying to get caught up by the break. Sometimes it's just like
I don't know.
it sucks. But
I hope everybody enjoys their break. If
Yeah.
they're going away.
I think I'm just gonna be working and not really doing much.
Well, you're supposed to be coming up to NEPA, aren't you?
Yeah.
Our yearly
That's
ski
after
trip.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. It'll probably be more not skiing than
Yeah, it's
probably won't be skiing at
kind of
all.
warm.
The second annual ski trip will just be
I don't know. It'd be more like swimming downhill.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
All right. Any last
kinda-
thoughts?
I kind of have time for this song, so I'm just gonna
You can play it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play it.
All right.
So we got Bob Seger, old time rock and roll, and this is it for
You're on the Bob Seger kick, dude. You've been doing this for the
I know,
past
I
few
think
weeks.
I've done a Bob Seger song like every week.
You have.
Yeah, so here's final song, and I'll see you guys next 2 weeks after the break.
Yep.
So, bye.